Hey, so I built a smelter and wanted to put it into the SMP. This smelter has gone through a lot of stuff, a lot of different designs. I don't even have the early versions of it on this single player server, but this is pretty much how it was at my first try. A bit different though. Yeah. So I finished a design that I was happy with, but I figured it was quite an overkill for the SMP. This one is fueled by kelp, so it makes kelp blocks automatically and sends them into the system. Yeah, right now it's empty, but that's pretty much how it works. This one also has shulker box input, so you could just pop filled shulkers in here. But let's move on, because I wanted to do something smaller for the SMP. So after a lot of attempts, as you can tell, ended up with a working version. And this is the one. So it's a bit more simple. You have to fill in the fuel by yourself here, but it can store a lot of kelp blocks. It could be any fuel, just not the lava buckets. It needs to be 64 stackable items. Yeah. And it works like this. You have your fuel here. We can turn it on. We can turn on the distribution of the fuel. And what happens is the minecart is being filled so that it has enough to fill each of the furnaces with one coal block. So now all of them should have two. I have three. Yeah, so that's how it works. And you can turn on the fuel and fill up all the hoppers and then turn it off, and then you don't need to run it at the same time as the smelter is running. Because I think each kelp block can smelt 20 items, so if these hoppers are filled with kelp blocks, it's a lot of items. And in case it runs out of fuel, we can try that real quick. So I shut it off, the distribution. I shut it off by pushing this node block. It's indicated by this light, so now it's off. So now the minecarts with the fuel is not running anymore. But if we empty out this, then it sends a signal and turns on this light, indicating that the fuel is out. It's out of fuel. So then you would have to turn on distribution like this. Oh, we can turn that off. But you see that the light turns off because now there's items in the furnace. And then we can give it a go. I just wanted to show it off in creative because it's easier. I can free cam, yeah. So we place in the stone, full sugar. And you want to fill in the bottom chest first. If you have a lot of items, then the bottom chest first and the upper chest secondary. This one runs with 8 times hover speed and this one only 6 times hover speed. So this is a bit faster. I don't think it matters much, but yeah. Just gonna. So what happens is the minecarts. See if we can catch one. Gets filled. It's about, yeah, almost 2 stacks, but enough to fill each minecart on each side with 10 items, so 5 when it runs the first time and 5 when it runs back. So each furnace gets 2 items. You can see that here. It should fill up with 5 items. 5. And then it runs. So that's how it works. And the fuel is just getting pushed into this water stream. And it ends up here. There's no automatic collection. You have to stand here, collect it. So this setup is 80 furnaces. So it takes about 4 minutes. I think the exact number is 4 minutes and 2 seconds. And then you have a full shulker. So 4 minutes for a filled shulker. And a full shulker, smelting a full shulker only takes up 2 pieces of fuel from each furnace. So that says something about how often you need to run the fuel distribution. If it's filled up, it's a lot of shulker boxes. Like if each hopper is filled, it's a lot of shulkers you can smelt. So you don't have to do that every time you come here. Just sometimes. I would say if the fuel runs out, it will be indicated, and then you just run the fuel distribution for maybe 20 minutes, something like that, until it's filled up. And then you can smelt, yeah, I mean, you can smelt hundreds of shulkers of items without having to turn it on again. So it's neat. But let's jump onto the SMP. And the smelter is down the north tunnel. It's right next to Mimir, Lay's ship. So let's go find it. So you just go out here, Mimir, and then to the right the smelter ship. So this is the exact same machine as on the creative server. There's a few things. So under all of these blocks, or at least some of them, there's minecart hoppers. So you don't want to place shulkers up here. You don't want to place anything up here. But this is the same thing. So the fuel is there's fuel in the system because the light's off. So it should be fine. So what you want to do, you just come in and you check, okay, there's fuel in the system, so I can just run it. So you put in your items and you fill in this chest first. If you have more than that, let's say you had 4 shulkers, you fill in 2 here and 2 here. But you always want to start with this one. And it has one flaw, cause so the input for the minecarts. God, I should have done this in creative, but let's see if we can make it. Yeah, so the how many items that's being placed into the hopper minecarts, that's distributing the items you want to smelt. It's being read by this barrel, so it's about 1 stack and 40 ish. Yeah. And what happens if by the end of the session, let's say you smelt the full shulker box of items, there will be some stock in the minecart because there's not enough for it to be sent into the system. Let's say there's only 64 left, then the minecart's just gonna sit here with those 64 items. But there's a light indicating that this light indicates if there's items still in the minecarts. And if we wait until the end, actually I think we could do this now. Now there's some items left in there. Let's check it out real quick. There's still some items, but not enough for it to run. Okay, this is not easy. God. I'm gonna make it. Okay, so there's not enough for the signal strength to open up the fence gate. There's just not enough items. So by the end of your smelting session, there will always be some items left in there, and it's indicated by this light. So this light is on, meaning there's still items in the hopper minecart that needs to be smelted. So you want to press this button, and it just activates the minecarts and empties out the leftover items. Oh, it sends it to the smelters, of course. And as soon as they are finished, which should be right around now, let's see, the lights shut off, so there's no more items stuck in the system. And we have a full shulker box. Yeah. And you can keep feeding items into it as it's running. It takes out the items really fast, so you can just, if you had 10 shulker boxes, you could just keep on filling it up. But you will have to pick up the items manually. Yeah. Okay. I hope you enjoyed. This was made by Cass and I. We also designed this beautiful smelter ship. Yeah. I think Cass is doing a time lapse of that. If he can find time for that. I'm not sure. Yeah. I hope this is gonna be helpful for you. See ya.